There was a young man who was on his journey from a village to a town. After halfway, he felt so tired, thirsty, and hungry. The weather was so hot. Suddenly, he kicked a pebble and almost fell down. His foot was pain. He thought that somebody who didn't like him had put that pebble on the road. Immediately, the pebble changed and became a stone. He tried to remember who was that person. When he was memorizing his enemies one by one, the stone became a stone wall. He was very angry and wanted to take revenge. The stone wall became a mountain. Then he sat down on the side of the road because he didn't find any way out to go to the town. At that moment came a small boy passing that same road. Looking at that young man, the boy asked him what was happening. The young man told that boy his problem and how the mountain prevented him to go to the town. Without saying anything, the boy picked up the pebble and threw it away. Dear brothers and sisters, this illustration story will help us to understand the meaning of faith and how to increase our faith. In the Gospel, Jesus tells his disciples that they gotta have faith. The apostles plead with Jesus to increase their faith. Jesus tells them, if your faith the size of a mustard seed, you could say to this mulberry tree, be uprooted and planted in the sea, and it would obey you. A little faith can be very powerful. A little faith can ask a mulberry tree to shift. A small seed of faith can have a big result. Actually, to move a mulberry tree is not easy, as it has a very extensive root system and is hard to uproot. The mulberry tree represents a life that is fixed, immovable, static, comfortable, and rooted in a routine. The mulberry tree is also represent the bitterness, hatred, anger, fear, prejudice, and faithless. These behaviors can prevent us to increase our faith. These behaviors are the mountains or mulberry trees that enable us to increase our faith. So, what can move us when we find ourselves like this? A little faith. It can move a mulberry tree and be planted to the sea. It means that even the smallest amount of authentic faith could make the impossible become possible, because faith relies on God and not on human resources alone. Faith is God's gift, and even when we express it fully in our lives, we have done no more than our duty as disciples. Last Thursday was the recollection day for the priest. Father James Kruger was our retreat master. He is a lecturer in a seminary in the Philippines. He talked about interfaith dialogue. Before we can have dialogue with other religions or cultures, we have to build our own faith. Through faith, we can respect, strengthen, and love one another. Then we can build a mutual dialogue. And the fruit of dialogue is union between people and union of people with God. Father James give an example how a simple faith can unite people and build a mutual friendship. One day, he received the news that his sister got accident in the United States. The news spread very fast till all the staff in the seminary knew it and gave him encouragement. There was a Muslim man who always delivered fish to the seminary and to other places as well. This man knew Father James and all staff very well. He was waiting for Father James since the early morning after delivering the fish. After waiting for 2 hours, Father James came out to meet him. Father James didn't expect that the man wanted to meet him regarding his sister's accident. The Muslim man said, "Father, I will pray for your sister. Don't worry, Allah will help your sister. There is nothing impossible for Allah." This man, a Muslim, Father James said, he has faith and he has shown his faith. He is a man of prayer. And Father James' sister is still alive until now. My brothers and sisters, let us ask God to increase our faith. Let us be a man of prayer so that our faith is able to move the mulberry tree and the mountain that prevent us to be a true Christians. Amen.